Good evening, everyone. Welcome to California Today. I'm David Zhang. Here is a look at some of today's top stories. A double whammy, a hurricane and earthquake hit at the same time in Southern California. Residents now cleaning up in the aftermath of these natural disasters. A temporary restraining order on YouTube. That's what RFK Jr. is asking for in his case against Google. More hearings expected as the presidential primary draws closer. A San Francisco luxury retailer speaks up about the city's deteriorating conditions. They sent an open letter to the mayor and governor, worried that it would see its last holiday season. Tropical storm Hilary dumping record amounts of rainfall across Southern California yesterday. The National Weather Service said Los Angeles and Ventura counties saw considerable damage Sunday night, amid reports of life-threatening flash flooding and rock and mudslides. Los Angeles County Sheriff Rob Luna spoke to reporters this morning.
We are getting wide reports of flooding throughout the county of Los Angeles. Yes, thank God that our 911 system throughout the county, as far as we know now, has been fully operational. So there are no interruptions where community members cannot call in and ask for the assistance they may need.
Sheriff Luna said the amount of rain in a short period created many challenges, but he said early this morning that it looks like the planning and training paid off. A hurricane and earthquake hit Los Angeles on the same day. These natural disasters brought flooding and disruption to southwest U.S. NTD's Stephanie Sikal reports.
Double disaster strikes. An earthquake hit Southern California amid tropical storm Hilary. There was some flooding, landslides, and shaking. Here's the aftermath of such unforeseen events. Tropical storm Hilary hit Mexico and then moved across the southwestern part of the United States. This caused flooding, landslides, and people needing to be rescued from water. And when the storm drenched Southern California on Sunday afternoon, a 5.1 magnitude earthquake also shook parts of Los Angeles. Many people reported shaking across the area with smaller aftershocks. The Ventura County Sheriff's Office said there weren't any reports of major damage or injuries. Meanwhile, Hilary weakened as it made landfall over the weekend, but it's still expected to bring 2 to 4 inches of rain to many places on Monday. Some parts of Southern California and Southern Nevada could even see up to 12 inches of rain. Hilary took a surprise turn and veered off course, hitting Dodger Stadium, leaving it completely flooded. Lots of places were already getting flooded, and there were many reports of rocks and mudslides knocking down trees and creating power outages. In the usually hot and dry Palm Desert and nearby places in the Coachella Valley, lots of cars were stuck in floodwaters. Many surfers were caught catching waves despite danger warning. The County of Los Angeles Public Health Department is instructing all beachgoers to avoid contact with the water at all LA County beaches for at least 3 days due to water quality. Many flights were canceled and many people lost electricity over the weekend. The Los Angeles Unified School District said all campuses would be closed on Monday, and San Diego schools postponed the first day of classes from Monday to Tuesday. Superintendent Alberto Carvalho shared his thoughts regarding the tropical storm in a press conference.
Some will say that we dodged a bullet. I will say we dodged a weather bomb. The dynamic conditions that kept shifting on us with some degree of unpredictability specific to rainfall, the possibility of flash floods, the possibility of mudslides, not knowing where that would occur or when across our large school system, which spans 700 square miles, put us in a position of making the right decision yesterday.
Transportation also seems back to schedule. Metro Chief Customer Experience Officer Jennifer Vides shares more details on that.
As we have begun service today, we're opening with our normal service on both bus and rail. There may be occasional minimal delays due to localized flooding, but we are operating our normal schedule.
California Governor Gavin Newsom also declared a state of emergency. The Federal Emergency Management Agency say that they have officials ready with food, water, and other help. Hurricane Hilary is moving towards Nevada and Arizona and is expected to bring heavy rain to those areas as well. Officials continue to urge residents to take the storm warnings seriously. Stephanie Sikal, NTD News, Los Angeles.
Could YouTube be ordered not to censor Democratic candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr.? NTD's Jason Blair tells us more from the hearing today in San Francisco.
We know that RFK Jr. is challenging President Biden in the 2024 election, but he's also suing Google and YouTube during his campaign. I'm outside a U.S. courthouse in San Francisco where prosecutors want a restraining order on the tech giant. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. did not attend Monday's hearing, which was set before Judge Trina Thompson. Kennedy initially filed for a temporary restraining order on August 2nd against Google and YouTube. On Monday, the judge held the beginning of the case and will continue with a slew of hearings. Kennedy, a Democratic candidate running for the 2024 election, accuses that Google worked with the federal government on misinformation policies, censoring political opponents and their videos. Kennedy's lawyer told the Epoch Times,
"These kind of motions are very hard to win, but we think, given the importance of the political issues, that it's that she's going to think seriously about granting it, and I hope she does grant it."
According to the complaint, YouTube removed a video of Kennedy's March 2023 speech at the New Hampshire Institute of Politics, posted by Manchester Public Television.
In a true free market, we would be forced to properly value our natural resources.
The lawsuit claims that only a portion of that speech dealt with vaccines and much of it was on politics and Kennedy's career instead. A Google spokesperson has told NTD YouTube applies its community guidelines independently, transparently, and consistently, regardless of political viewpoint. These claims are meritless and we look forward to refuting them. According to YouTube's policy, it doesn't allow content that spreads medical misinformation that contradicts guidance from local health authorities or the World Health Organization. RFK Jr. is known to speak about COVID origins and health concerns regarding COVID-19 shots. In San Francisco, California, Jason Blair, NTD News.
A longtime luxury retailer in San Francisco sent an open letter to the mayor and governor about the city's deterioration. The owner says that because of current conditions in the city, the store may have to close at the end of this year.
Gumps in San Francisco is a 166-year-old luxury retailer located downtown near Union Square. In an open letter to Mayor London Breed and Governor Gavin Newsom, the chairman of the store wrote, "Today, as we prepare for our 166th holiday season at 250 Post Street, we fear this may be our last because of the profound erosion of this city's current conditions." He continues by saying the city, quote, "suffers from a tyranny of the minority that started with COVID policies advising people to work from home, leaving offices empty. After that, San Francisco allowed the homeless to occupy sidewalks, use illegal drugs, and harass the public, making it unsafe, unlivable, and unwelcoming to tourists." In an interview with Fox, Chachas challenged the mayor to swap jobs for 180 days, saying she'd see a lot of change.
Either incapable of understanding it or unwilling to actually make the policy changes that are needed to make it a workable environment.
He asked city and state leaders to clean the city and return San Francisco to the icon it was once before.
CVS stock price dropped after Blue Shield of California said it will drop the company's pharmacy benefit management services. Blue Shield now plans to work with other pharmacies to save on costs.
Shares of CVS Health decreased by 8% on August 17th. This was after Blue Shield of California announced it will drop the company's Pharmacy Benefit Management Services, or PBM. PBMs maintain lists of drugs covered by health insurance plans and negotiate drug discounts with manufacturers. But recently, they are being blamed for their role in inflating drug prices and causing healthcare costs to skyrocket. Blue Shield will now partner with Mark Cuban's Cost Plus drug company and Amazon Pharmacy to save on drug costs for its nearly 5 million members. The announcement hints at a potential for health insurers to abandon the traditional pharmacy benefit management system and send shares to other companies that offer the services at lower costs.
We'll now take a short break, everyone, but here's what we have for you when we come right back. In the midst of the wildfire season, increasingly more insurance companies are leaving California, but the reason may surprise you. An annual luxury auto show returned for its 20th anniversary. We'll take a look at some of the high-class cars on display. Two new mountain lion kittens join Southern California's wildlife community. They're young, but already working on their tiny roars. Those stories and more coming up on California Today. Welcome back to California Today, everybody. I'm your host, David Zhang. In California, increasing numbers of insurance providers are dropping their coverage. Wildfires, earthquakes, and flooding are of concern. But experts suggest another reason. NTD's Jack Bradley has more.
Increasingly more insurance providers are canceling their coverage on Californians. And this is becoming a daily occurrence. That's according to Chris Hubbard, president of Hubbard Insurance Solutions.
It's almost like dominoes. Every day we get another email that a company has pulled out, either altogether, or they put a moratorium on, or they stopped writing certain lines of business, and most notably homeowners and auto insurance. Every day, I just got another one today. So it's very stressful for, I'm sure you know, the homeowners. Even in the urban areas, not able to find competitive rates because State Farm and all of the big insurers aren't even writing insurance, period, for anybody in the state. So less competition means higher prices.
How is the California's regulations and insurance commissioner impacting the insurance market right now? They are the reason that we are in the situation that we're in. Whenever we start to get anybody elected, they have to worry about whether or not they're going to be reelected for whatever position that might be in the future. Maybe not the insurance commissioner, but something else. And the last thing they want to do is let insurance companies increase the rates so high on their watch, because then it's potentially people won't vote for them. And then we had massive wildfires. They keep going. I mean, we have more that are starting up every day now. And the insurance companies just can't withstand any more exposure to this, because they have to be fiscally sound. They can't, I mean, it won't do us any good to pay for a premium if the insurance company can't pony up when we have a claim, because they go insolvent. So they're very careful to make sure that doesn't happen. And that means they have to stop writing in California, because they can't take on any more of the risk than what they already have. And they even they're starting to non-renew or cancel people. Why are the premiums so high? Why are the insurance rates so high now compared to in the past?
Well, so in order for the insurance companies to be able to pay the claims, they have to have enough money. So right now they're running at about 120 to 130% of what they take in. So as you can see, I don't know about you, I can't go very long spending 20% more than what I make, not very long at all. So insurance companies have been doing that for several years now, and they're at the point where they can't. The economy is going to stop. You're not going to be able to sell very many new homes if you can't buy insurance on them. And we're almost getting to that point where we don't have any standard or preferred carriers at all. And the same thing goes for auto insurance. Auto insurance is in the same crisis. You know, we've had more, I'm sure that you're driving on the freeway and you see how crazy people are driving and how many accidents. We're at an all-time high for accidents all across the United States. So the insurance companies don't have any relief anywhere from all of these massive automobile claims. So they've stopped writing auto insurance too.
Are there enough insurance coverage companies out here in California right now?
No, we don't have. In my agency, we represent about 25 different insurance companies, and we're down to 2 or 3. And every day, like I said, they'll take out one line of business, and then the next day we get another email and say, sorry, we're going to stop writing this one too. And 2 or 3 insurance companies, we only have 2 insurance companies that will write auto policies right now. they just can't they can't withstand the claims that are going to happen if they take more business on. We had a lot of clients that have had to sell because they couldn't afford $10,000 or $12,000 a year in insurance anymore. They're on fixed incomes, they're retired. They had to make the decision, the hard decision. They had to move from a house they thought they were going to live in for the rest of their lives.
Hubbard says unless regulations in California change, insurers will continue to limit their coverage.
An annual luxury auto show celebrated its 20th anniversary. Auto manufacturers show off a wider variety of high-class vehicles to the public and potential buyers.
For 2 decades, luxury car firms have traveled to Carmel, California to show off their latest creations at an event known as The Quail. According to the Motorsports Gathering's general manager, Kai Lerman, the event never disappoints luxury car enthusiasts.
It's interesting how you see it evolve over the years, and how they put these engineering marvels together to come up with a new, fascinating engine that propels their vehicle even faster or more eco-friendly, or whatever the idea initially was.
British sports car maker Lotus kicked off the show by debuting the Type 66, a modern take on a nostalgic fantasy racer from the 1960s, which you can now actually buy if you have $1.2 million. Only 10 Type 66 racers will be manufactured. The new Zinger 21C Blackbird Edition hypercar, unveiled by the boutique American car maker, is inspired by a stealth fighter jet. It can't fly, but at a top speed of nearly 220 miles per hour, it may feel like it can.
And this is our highest performing version of it to date. So it takes already an incredible car, the fastest production car in the world, and adds a couple extra special pieces to it.
With a price tag of nearly $3 million, only 4 will be made. Maserati showed off what it's calling the most powerful car it's ever manufactured. The MC Extrema is a track-only race car with a twin-turbocharged, 6-cylinder, 730 horsepower engine costing an estimated $1.5 million.
So this is the most powerful Maserati ever produced, 730 horsepower. It is a derivative of our Maserati designed and engineered for Maserati exclusive Nettuno engine, our twin-charged V6 engine. It's a 3-liter motor, has 730 Newton meters of torque. So we are expecting the most extreme performance to match the most extreme production or performance figures of this vehicle.
Rolls-Royce Spectre made its North American debut. It's the classic British car maker's first ever all-electric vehicle.
It needs to be a Rolls-Royce first and an electric car second. And that was quite something for us, and whoever had the chance already to sit behind the wheel was quite impressed by how we achieved that what you feel, what you hear, what you smell with all your senses is truly a Rolls-Royce.
Lamborghini showed off its new concept car, the Lanzador, a fully electric Gran Turismo model that seats 4.
It's an important year for us because we are in the face of the biggest investment into the future of the company, and therefore we're very happy. The market is helping us a lot. The brand is going strong. Our cars are almost sold out, so we're really in the best shape possible in this anniversary.
Bugatti showed off the Chiron Supersport Golden Era, a customized art car with a gold finish and artwork that took over 400 hours to paint, capturing Bugatti's history and heritage. Most of the vehicles on display at the Quail will be available for purchase next year.
Angelinos have a pair of new and adorable wildlife neighbors. Video footage caught 2 mountain lion kittens wandering the mountains of Southern California.
2 new mountain lion kittens were found prowling in the Santa Susana Mountains. According to the National Park Service, the new litter, a boy and a girl, is believed to have been born in May. They are known as P116 and P117. Their mother, P106, is estimated to be about 6 years old. Video posted on the Santa Monica Mountains National Recreational Area's Facebook page shows the two kittens working on their tiny roars inside P106's den when they were about 24 days old. The Facebook post accompanying the video said, quote, "Each visit to a den by a biologist occurs while the mother is away hunting for food, feeding, or resting. A biologist will track her movements via telemetry while others on the team approach the den area. Once the den is found, the researchers will conduct a general health assessment of the kittens a short distance away and place them back when finished." This is the 26th litter of kittens National Park Service biologists have marked at the den site. Since 2002, the National Park Service has been studying mountain lions in and around the Santa Monica Mountains to see how they survive in a fragmented and urbanized environment.
Now let's check in with NTD's Carlos Reyes for our sports roundup.
This is your California Sports Roundup, and I'm Carlos Reyes. The San Jose Earthquakes defeated the Vancouver Whitecaps 1-0 on Sunday night at BC Place in Vancouver, British Columbia. Forward Cristian Espinosa scored his 12th goal of the season as the Quakes extended their unbeaten run to 4 matches in MLS play. Earthquakes head coach Luchi Gonzalez had this to share about his team's performance.
This is a hard place to play. Vancouver has a high XG in the league, and they showed it. They showed it. So, but to get a 0 here is super difficult, and I have to be really proud again of our guys to show their togetherness. Beautiful counter, with J-Bo and connecting with Christian, and Christian's continuing to be dangerous.
In a defensive start to the game, goalkeeper Daniel stopped 3 consecutive shots in the 15th minute to keep the game level. Cristian Espinosa opened the scoring in the 43rd minute on a counterattack to end the half 1-0. Jamiro Montero played through the back line to a charging Jeremy Abobise, who centered the ball for Espinosa to fire into the bottom corner. The Quakes would hold on to the lead to win 1-0 for their second road win this season. The Earthquakes will now play their second consecutive road match on Saturday, August 26th against Sporting Kansas City. That is it for today's Sports Roundup. Thank you for watching. I'm Carlos Reyes.
Thanks, Carlos. All right, everyone, that's all we've got for you tonight. We would like you to join us again on California Today every weekday at 8 p.m. Make sure to check out our broadcasts at ntd.com/California-today. You will find all of our top latest clips there, ready to share with friends and family. Send us a message on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Ganjin World, or through our email, california.today@ntd.com. If you'd like to share a news tip or let us know how we're doing, we'd love to hear from you. I'm David Zhang. Have a wonderful evening.